Okay guys, I haven't finished yet and I still have a bunch of questions to answer. So welcome to the second part of questions and answers video. So the next question: do you consider yourself a person who trusts people easily? Absolutely no. I used to trust people a lot when I was a teen and a child. I was taught to be like naive and stuff. But I'm not like this anymore. I don't trust almost anyone in this world. And I don't think that it's bad. I think it's just protecting me from different things that may be happening in my life. The next question: how do you think you will be remembered when you are gone? I absolutely don't care how I will be remembered. Um, if I will have children in the future, I think that they will remember me as a good mom. And if I will live long enough to have grandchildren, they will be remembering me as a good grandma. Because I had an amazing grandma and I am sure that I will be a good one. At least I will be trying to. But I don't care what I actually don't care in general what people think about me, and I don't care what people be thinking about me when I will be gone. The next question took me by surprise because I caught myself thinking that I never thought about this. Do you have folk legend in your country similar to Bigfoot or Sasquatch? And I haven't heard about anything like Bigfoot or Sasquatch in Ukrainian mythology. We do have something that we call Lisovik. It's kind of forest spirit. I think it almost every country has something uh, like similar to this, but we actually don't have anything that looks like Sasquatch or Bigfoot. I think it's totally on, I don't know, North American mythology, something like that. I even have no idea why. When I saw this question, I was like, "Hey, I haven't thought about this actually. Do we really have something like this?" And I wasn't able to remember. Maybe there is something that I'm not aware of, but I don't know about this. Next question: are you a NeoPagan? Watching some of your videos give me that impression, but I never been sure if you're just being a horror nerd. I'm not a neo-pagan. I just love witchy things, black cats, black hats, brooms, and folk cabins in the woods far from civilization. Actually, I'm just a horror movie nerd. I like to live and pretend that there is a magic in this world because I just enjoy the aesthetic. That's all. The next question is which role you would like to play in a horror movie production of your imagination. Um, uh, I cannot say for sure, but I would like to play a role of some kind of ancient goddess, but not ancient goddess like ancient Greek goddess, but something forbidden, something very dark, something forgotten, something that shouldn't actually exist, but it exists. It is so ancient and so like bloody, I don't know, something very dark. Yeah, I would like to play some kind of entity. Um, of this kind, if this makes sense. Um, and also, I would like to play some kind of witch, but not in the classic understanding, but in something new, like in some kind of new vision of the witch, something like this. Or maybe some kind of creature from the woods that is luring men into the depth of the wood so they can get lost and become a food for some kind of forest creature. We actually have such creatures in Ukrainian mythology, and we call them mavka. You mentioned going to crazy. Why crazy? You mentioned going to scary places in Canada. So, any scary places you went in Ukraine or somewhere else, and why? Um, it's very complicated question, and I will not be able to answer it in few sentences. I think it's vast enough for creating the whole new video about that, like comparing Canadian creepy stuff and Ukrainian creepy stuff. For example, we don't have the culture of creepy cornfields and corn mazes. We don't have that in Ukraine. And we actually probably don't have haunted houses on the same level as in Canada or North America. I think that because of Hollywood, you have like really big culture of haunted houses. We don't have that in Ukraine. I think that we have very developed kind of Soviet and post-Soviet stuff, like a lot of urban legend connected with kind of Soviet buildings and different stuff like that. But I think it should be like a separate video, maybe not now because I need to think about it and to develop the idea, the topic. It can be like the whole separate video. The next question. What is your favorite part of your creative process? How do you get ideas / inspired for all of your projects? I will reveal you a secret right now, but I have 2 notebooks for my ideas, for horror stuff that comes to my head. And actually, I already have so many finished concepts in these notebooks that it will be enough for me to film horror movies until the rest of my life. But I never have enough time like to organize the process of filming. I just keep writing the concepts into these notebooks and that's all. Big part of my ideas about horror stuff comes from my dreams, and I keep this near my bed every night. So when I like wake up and get hit with some kind of cool idea, I'm writing this down to these notebooks. I have terrible handwriting because I'm sleepy and I literally I'm continuing sleeping and writing the idea. And I often fantasize about like regular things and create stories based on very regular things, like on regular objects. For example, recently I created a horror story about lamp because I liked the lamp from IKEA. And I'm very, 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 very inspired by Junji Ito. I am keeping buying his collection and I am inspired by his way of creating stories. And I really created a story about lamp recently. I'm just keeping fantasizing about different real objects, different phenomena that like merge into our daily life, and that's all. And I have a bunch of ideas here and I never got time to finish any of them. What is them? How many cats or animals have you saved? I actually cannot count because there were really many. I don't know, do I need to count like animals in shelters or like exactly animals that lived in my apartment or in my house when I lived with my mom and granny? But there were a lot. There was a time when I like took almost every cat from the street and we had 8 cats. But usually it is like we have a bunch of cats that most of them are even not ours. It's just like cats from the street know that they will get food in our house and they will have a warm place to sleep. So I even sometimes don't know if those cats are ours or not. But yeah, there are always a bunch of animals that we are helping. What was your most romantic experience? I think that I'm considering my most romantic experience when I had a date on cemetery at night in winter. It was really cold and it was really cool. Next question. Have you considered movies or other acting jobs? Uh, I would love to try myself in acting or in movies in general, but there are 2 problems. First of all, I'm not a good actress. I never worked on that. I never developed anything. So I'm not acting very good. And the second one is that my body type is completely forbidden in modern movies. What did you think of the trailer for Evil Dead Rise? I think that this movie can be okay, it can be fine. A bunch of modern horror movies are written by certain formula. So Evil Dead Rise is, I consider it the movie that potentially was filmed by that certain formula, kind of predictable, but this formula is working, and people, I suppose that a lot of people will like this movie. And this movie will be using our nostalgia on the Evil Dead universe, but I'm not sure that it will become kind of legendary or will impress us a lot. For example, Evil Dead of 2013 is one of my favorite horror movies. It was like a really good remake, very fresh, very unlike Evil Dead. And it still terrifies me, especially at the beginning. I literally hate the beginning. It is so scary to me personally. Uh, um, I think that Evil Dead Rise can be really nice movie to watch one or two times, something like this. It will be kind of modern horror entertainment, very well done. That's all. What makes you most happy and satisfied in life, and what are the things that you want but have yet to attain? I think that charity makes me really happy. I think that helping others makes me really happy to see the result that I was able to provide someone food or medicine or help in difficult times really makes me happy. And I am doing this at this moment, and I would love to do it more of it in the future. Firstly, I need to build myself a stable financial pillow for the future, and then I will be able to help more. This is what makes me happy. What I want to have but haven't attained it yet, I think it's calm life. I think I really want to lead very calm life, in the meaning that I will it should be a life without stress about financial future and about the future, like that you will not have the war in your country and have to leave everything again, something like this. I mean, calm life like this. um, I am absolutely okay with working on new project and hustle and try to and have some kind of stress connected. For example, if I ever go to film horror movies, of course I will be having kind of stress because of the process, because it's like very complicated. But I am fine with this. I am not considering is as not calm life. Calm life is when you wake up and you know that whatever is happening, you have food, warm place to sleep in, and roof under your head, above your head, and you don't have any debts, and you have financial pillow in the case if you will get sick or your beloved people. That's what I want so much, but I haven't attended yet. Okay, guys, I hope I didn't bore you with all of my answers, but there were really, really a lot of questions, and they were so sorry, I cannot show you those posters so close. Yeah, something like this. Um, the questions were amazing, they were so interesting, and there were so many of them. But it is already the second video, and I will try to answer those unanswered questions as many as I only can. I will answer them in the comment section where you left your question. Thank you so much for all of your questions. They were interesting and amazing. Thank you so much for your activity. It was literally amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with me. You will help me a lot if you will hit the like under this video right now, and will hit the subscribe button as well if you haven't hit it before. It will help my channel to grow. So thank you so much for being with me, and I will see you in the next video.